Hello my dear learners, a very good morning everyone. I am Shashank and I welcome you all on English Medium Prep by Exampur, which is a complete English medium channel. So students, good morning all of you and welcome to the session, and please confirm your attendance guys, then we are going to start today's session. And today it is the previous year paper 3 of SSC CGL, CHSL and Steno examination. So in the morning shift we are covering CGL, CHSL and Steno, CPO, CHSL and Steno, and then on evening shift we are covering exclusively CGL. So good morning Vijay and welcome to the session. So please confirm the attendance everyone, then we are going to start today's discussion. So then we are going to start the today's discussion, and that is the previous year paper 3. So Jivitha Chantharu, Vanakkam, and welcome to the session. Kashi, Vanakkam, and welcome to the session guys. So welcome to the session and good morning everyone. So students, in this session we are going to discuss the previous year question, and it is basically of 3 examination: CPO, CHSL and stenographer. And in the evening shift we are going to discuss exclusively for CGL examination. So students, now let's begin the session. Let's start the session. And before I should, so there is the first question itself is before this. So now come to the first question. First question is कि river Luni originates near Pushkar and drains into which of the following? So river Luni that originates from the Pushkar and drains where? Is it Run of Kutch, Arabian Sea, Bay of Bengal or Lake Sambhar? So where it drains? So where Luni river drains guys. So the first question is from the geography itself. So where Luni river drains? So Luni river drains where? So it's an inland river guys. So where it drains, is it Run of Kutch, Arabian Sea, Bay of Bengal or Lake Sambhar? So what will be the correct answer? What will be the correct answer? Where the Luni river drains? Okay, so Lake Sambhar. Lake Sambhar guys, it is in Rajasthan itself. So Luni river originates from the Rajasthan and drains in Rajasthan. So Luni that goes in Gujarat as well. So Luni that goes in Gujarat as well. So Dholavira, that is the site of Indus Valley civilization, that is on the bank of river Luni. So Luni river that does not finally drains in the Lake Sambhar. Sambhar lake, it is a saltwater lake and it drains in the, it's an inland drainage. It's an inland drainage. So finally it drains in Run of Kutch. So correct answer will be option A, that drains in Run of Kutch and it is inland drainage. So it is inland drainage guys. So that river Luni, and very famous site, that is Dholavira, that is located on the bank of river Luni. This is an IVC site and 40th UNESCO World Heritage Site. 40th UNESCO World Heritage Site. Now guys, my question to you is in Himalayan river system, which river drains in Arabian Sea? Which river drains in Arabian Sea? So in Himalayan river system, which river drains in Arabian Sea? Definitely Vijay. So what happens ki in night I just forget the thing, so you can give me a reminder. Definitely I will upload the same. So definitely I will upload the same by the 10 or 11 p.m. If it is not get uploaded, then please give me a reminder. So definitely I will be uploading. So everything is being kept, but due to some busy schedule I generally forget. So you can give me a reminder guys, then definitely I will be doing the same thing. So which Himalayan river system that drains in the Arabian Sea? So Sabarmati, Mahi, Narmada, Tapi, they are Himalayan river system or peninsular river system, Vijay? So Sabarmati, Mahi, Narmada, Tapi, Periyar, that all it is in the Himalayan, it is the peninsular drainage system. So that is Indus guys, Indus. that is called lifeline of Pakistan. So that originates from the Bokhar Chu glacier. Bokhar Chu glacier enters India from Demchok and exit India from Chillar. And somewhere it is written Chillas also. So it Chillar or Chillas, both are the same. So that is the Indus. Indus finally drains in the Arabian Sea, and although it is an Himalayan drainage system, whereas Brahmaputra and Ganga, they finally drains in Bay of Bengal. No, definitely guys, you can remind me. It is not like that. Sometimes I do forget the things. So you can remind me. Once you will remind, that will be running in my mind, and definitely although I will do the same. So correct answer will be for this question guys, that is river Luni. And normally guys, the inland drainage, the Himalayan drainage system, especially the Ganga and Brahmaputra, they drains in the Bay of Bengal. And Lake Sambar, it is a saltwater lake. It's a saltwater lake in Rajasthan, that is near Jaipur. So it is a saltwater lake near Rajasthan guys, that is in Jaipur. And west flowing rivers that you can remember, Sa, Ma, Na, Ta. Sabarmati, Mahi, Narmada, Tapi, Periyar. That all flows, they are the west flowing rivers, so finally drains in Arabian Sea. So, and in guys Pushkar, you will find only the Brahma temple. So, temple of Lord Brahma. And this is one and only temple in the world. One and only temple in the world. One and only temple in the world of Lord Brahma, that is located in Pushkar. So whenever if you get the time, do visit Pushkar and please pay homage to Brahma Dev. And he was the creator of he is considered as the creator of the universe. Yes, Mahi river crosses the Tropic of Cancer 2 times. So correct answer will be guys option A, that is Run of Kutch. It is an inland drainage system. So correct answer will be option A. Now we will be moving to the next question, and Mahi river crosses the Tropic of Cancer twice. Now guys, let's move to the next question and let's see what next question is for us. Okay, the power of the Supreme Court of India to decide the dispute between center and state that falls under advisory jurisdiction, original jurisdiction, appellate jurisdiction or constitutional jurisdiction. So if there is dispute between center and state, the Supreme Court is the authority to decide, or Supreme Court is the authority. So it comes under which jurisdiction of Supreme Court? Original, appellate, advisory or constitutional. So which type of appellate in which dispute between center and state comes? The dispute between center and state comes under which jurisdiction? Okay, Vijay, you are saying option B. Okay, let's see some other responses as well. Then we will come to the correct answer. Okay, very good, but not article. So although the correct answer will be what? Option B, that is original jurisdiction. Original jurisdiction, the cases between center state dispute, state dispute, and constitutional jurisdiction, cases related to Constitution of India. That all comes under the constitutional jurisdiction. advises only to the President of India. So advices to President and appellate, highest appellate authority, highest appellate authority in case of civil and criminal making, in case of civil and criminal matters, in case of civil and criminal matters, and except the case related to death punishment, except the case which is related to death punishment. So in the rest of the cases it is the highest matter. So whenever you file a case, whenever the state files the case against the center, that is like West Bengal versus center, that is like this. So that happens guys, that is for the that is the original jurisdiction ki whenever there is a dispute between center and state, this is being solved by the Supreme Court. When there is a dispute between two states, it is all solved by the Supreme Court. Appellate jurisdiction, highest appellate authority in case of civil and criminal cases. Only the thing is which is capital punishment. In capital punishment or in death punishment, the person can file mercy petition before the president, and if president accepts the mercy petition and found it legitimate, then can commute the sentence also. That is given by Supreme Court. Constitutional jurisdiction, that is the cases which is related to the interpretation of the constitution, like doctrine of basic structure, other than this violation of constitution and all. And this original jurisdiction, it is defined in Article 131 of Indian Constitution. So that is in Article 131 of Indian Constitution. So Article 131 of Indian Constitution, that is original jurisdiction. So I hope my dear learners, is that clear to all of you? And I will let you practice on these standard types of question, so that once the CGL syllabus has changed, they will hopefully change the syllabus of CHSL also. That is a apprehension, and if the CHSL syllabus is also changed, then definitely we have to plan, or we have to strategize the whole things again. So correct answer will be option B, that is original jurisdiction. It may be possible that in upcoming CHSL exam they will also bring some changes, and changes are always there for good. So we have to prepare each and everything according to the new pattern, rather than using the old pattern or following the old pattern of preparation. Nothing to worry Chantaru, slowly and gradually you will adopt the things, and it is very easy. Only what you have to do, just you have to read the concepts. Earlier the facts were important, now concept plus fact both are important. And once you understand the concept, it will be easy for you to remember the facts. You don't have to cram the facts without any logic. So cramming you don't have to do now, just you have to shift yourself from cramming to understanding. And understanding, once you understand the concept behind anything, then it is easy for anyone to remember the facts for a longer time, or you can conclude from the given option in the question. So that is the best part of remembering the understanding the concept. Facts becomes very easy for you. Now we will be moving to the next question. Next question is very easy. Let's see how many of you can answer this. The electoral dispute arising out of the president and vice presidential election, they are settled by. So if there is any dispute that arises in the election of president plus vice president, then which is the final authority to give the decision? Is it it is Election Commission of India, so that should be Election Commission. Election Commission of India, Joint Committee of the Parliament, Supreme Court of India, or the Speaker of Lok Sabha. So if any dispute arises in the election of president and vice president, so it is both president and vice president who will be the final authority to explain. Okay, let's see the correct answer. Everyone is going with option C. Now guys, first of all, the election is conducted by Election Commission of India. Election is conducted by Election Commission of India, and if there is any dispute that is being settled by Supreme Court, that is defined in Article 71 of the Indian Constitution. If there is any dispute, any means any type of dispute, whether it is the fulfillment of electoral college, whether it is the fulfillment of the qualification, and if any dispute arises in election of president or vice president, the decision of Supreme Court will be full and final. And this has happened once upon a time. So this has happened once upon a time when V.V. Giri became the president of India after the death of Dr. Zakir Hussain, a person filed the petition. A person filed the petition in the Supreme Court that the election of V.V. Giri is not fair. Election of V.V. Giri is unfair. V.V. Giri has used the power of, V.V. Giri has used some external things to influence the voters. So what happened? This type of thing happened once in the history of Indian parliamentary system, a person filed the complaint in Supreme Court against the election of the V.V. Giri as the President of India, that the V.V. Giri has used his power or misused his power to influence the voters of the presidential election. But once Supreme Court read that petition, Supreme Court simply rejected, and Supreme Court called Mr. V.V. Giri, who was the President of India at that point of time, to explain the things. Once the Supreme Court heard both the parties, then found that the person who has filed the application, who has filed the case, it is the waste of the time, and finally rejected. So V.V. Giri has to get presented before the Supreme Court once the election was being conducted. So I hope guys this thing has happened, but the petition was rejected by Supreme Court, but V.V. Giri personally came in the Supreme Court. Supreme Court summoned V.V. Giri, requested V.V. Giri to come before the Supreme Court to explain the consequence, to explain his point. So finally V.V. Giri was being called. So this may be a new news for you. I was going through this, then I read about this thing. So that is a great news. The Supreme Court called V.V. Giri once a person challenged the election of presidential election, challenged the election of president in the Supreme Court. So I hope it is clear to all of you guys. This has happened once V.V. Giri, when V.V. Giri became the president. A person filed the case in Supreme Court that the election of the V.V. Giri used undue influence the voters of the presidential election. So I hope, my dear students, this should be clear to all of you, and you must remember this, when it was being called, at that point of time the president was V.V. Giri. He was being requested by the Supreme Court to appear before them so that he can explain his points. So correct answer will be option C, and Speaker of Lok Sabha, he presides on the joint sitting of Parliament. Joint sitting of Parliament. So he presides the joint sitting of Parliament, that is the Speaker of Lok Sabha. So correct answer will be guys option C, that is the Supreme Court of India. I hope guys this, so numbering is did something wrong guys. Let me, this is the third question, not 15th question. This is the third question, not 15th question, third question. So that should be the fourth one. That should be the fourth one. So anyhow the numbering has got haphazard. So now come to the next question, the monetary policy of India uses which of the following tools? So monetary policy of India uses which of the following tools? Is it cash reserve ratio, repo rate, public debt, or public revenue? So which of the things is being used by? So that should be 1, 2, 3, 4. That should be 1, 2, 3, 4 in place of ABCD. That should be 1, 2, 3, 4 in place of ABCD. Is it cash reserve ratio, repo rate, public debt, public revenue? That should be 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, let's see the correct answer. So monetary policy Which rate is used by monetary policy in India? Okay, so that should be 1, 2, 3, 4 guys. So let's see the correct answer. Okay, so out of this guys, the correct answer will be option A, that is 1 and 2 only. Because if I talk about monetary policy, so monetary policy is always framed by central bank or apex bank of country. And in India, it is did by RBI. And RBI has two types of tools. Then is policy rates. And these two, policy rates and reserve ratios. CRR, SLR. This is in the policy rate. Reserve ratio, sorry, one second. Policy rates, we have repo rate, and reserve ratio, CRR. So CRR and repo rate, they are the tools of monetary policy. Public debt, public revenue, that all comes under the fiscal policy. So correct answer will be option A, and monetary policy regulates the demand and supply of money. Regulates demand and supply of money in economy. Regulates the demand and supply of money in economy. So correct answer will be option A, that is the 1 and 2. So cash reserve ratio, repo rate, they are the tools of monetary policy, and this rest are the tools of the fiscal policy. So correct answer will be option A, that is 1 and 2. So I hope this is clear. And what is monetary policy? The policy that regulates the demand and supply of money in economy, that is called monetary policy. Now come to the next question. Next question is which of the following is an example of monopoly? Good morning Momita, and welcome to the session. So which of the following is an example of monopoly? Which of the following is an example of monopoly? Mono means single, poly means seller. Okay, so guys, what will be the correct answer? Which of the following is an example of monopoly? Indian Airlines, Delhi, that should be Jal Board, not Jail Board, it is Jal Board. Jal Board, Delhi Transport Corporation, Samsung Mobile. Which of the following is an example of monopoly? So the students who are from Delhi can answer this, because maximum students, they might not be knowing about Delhi Jal Board. Okay, let's see the correct answer guys. First of all, monopoly, mono means one or single, and poly means buyer. Sorry, poly means seller, Sony means buyer, poly means seller. So single seller, multiple buyers. See, Indian Airlines not in aviation sector, Indian Airlines not in aviation sector. Out of this, the correct answer will be Delhi Jal Board. Delhi Jal Board guys, because if you want that water, that is the drinking water supply in Delhi is did by DJB, that is did by DJB, that is Delhi Jal Board. So Delhi Jal Board guys, like railways, Indian Railways is an example of the monopoly. But Indian Airlines, that is in aviation sector, many airlines are operating, not only Indian Airlines, we have Vistara also, we have Indigo also, we have Go Air also, so many airlines are there. Delhi Transport Corporation, not at all, because it's a public transportation system. Public transportation system can include the electronic vehicles, that is the e-rickshaws also, other than cabs. metro. So there is no, it is many sellers are there. So Delhi Transport Corporation, that is the public transport, but we have the Delhi Metro also, SpiceJet as well. And Samsung Mobile cannot be there. Many mobile companies are there, Realme, Apple, other than this, OnePlus, many mobile companies are there. So correct answer will be option B, Delhi Jal Board, because in Delhi, the drinking water supply is did by DJB. So drinking water supply, that is did by DJB, that is Delhi Jal Board. And monopoly, one seller, many buyers. Like Indian Railways, if you have to go by train, there is no alternative available other than Indian Railways. So correct answer will be option B, that is Delhi Jal Board. So if you want to have flat in Delhi, or if you want to build a house in Delhi, first of all, the water supply, it is always being given by DJB, that is Delhi Jal Board. So correct answer will be option A. It is not jail board, it is Jal. Jal means water. So Jal means water. So Jal means water. I hope, dear learners, is that clear to all of you? Then I will be moving to the next question. So is that clear to all of you guys? But private train also run. Where is the private train? Tejas. So the commutation between Tejas is being stopped. Only the management was in the hand of the some private companies, but it was not 100% private, because the track that was using, that was of Indian Railways. Tejas right now it is not being playing, in fact. So we tried, but not. So private train also run. No, not at all. 100% privatization in Indian Railways is not possible. This is the largest employment unit of India. So they will become furious. So correct answer will be, guys, option B, that is DJB, that is Delhi Jal Board. Okay, now come to an easy question of the day. Ki service of mankind is the service of God. This statement was, this call was given by whom? So who said that ki service of mankind is service of God? That means in Hindi we call him. So it is not 100% private. Tejas trains were there, but Tejas trains, the movement of the Tejas train or the commutation has been stopped. 14 lakh employment it is in Indian Railways. So this is one of the largest employment giving sectors. So once it will become private, everything will be rampant, in fact. So service of mankind is the service of God. This call was given by whom? So who gave this call? Service of mankind is service of God. Okay, let's see. Vijay is saying option D, that is Dayanand Saraswati. No, not Dayanand Saraswati. That is called Manav ki seva hi Ishwar ki seva hai. That is called service of mankind is service of God. Okay, Momita, very good. So that is option A, B, A, D. So anyone is not saying Sir Syed Ahmad Khan, he was associated with Aligarh movement. Guys, service of mankind is service of God. That means in Hindi we call it कि मानव की सेवा ईश्वर की सेवा है. मानव की सेवा ही ईश्वर की सेवा है. That was given by Swami Vivekanand. So Swami Vivekanand gave this call that service of mankind is the service of God. And in 1897 he started Ramakrishna Mission. Ramakrishna Mission, that was named after his mentor, his guru, or you can say mentor, that was Ramakrishna Paramhans, and he was the priest of Kali Mata temple. Kali Mata temple in Dakshineshwar. So correct answer will be option B. Vivekanand, Sir Syed Ahmad Khan, he started Aligarh movement. Started Aligarh movement, and he established Mohammedan Anglo Oriental College, which was converted into 1920 in Aligarh Muslim University. So that converted into AMU in 1920. It was started by Sir Syed Ahmad Khan. Okay, 1875. Yes, yes, yes. One second. One second, guys. Let me change the battery of the mic because it may get drained at any point of time. Okay, so I have changed the mic in fact, so that is in 1897. 1897 Ramakrishna Mission, Dayanand Saraswati, he founded Arya Samaj. Arya Samaj in 1875 at Bombay, and the head office of Ramakrishna Mission that was in Belur Mutt, Bombay, and he gave the call, go back to Vedas. He gave the call, go back to Vedas. So that was the call given by Dayanand Saraswati. And Sir Syed Ahmad Khan, it was a complete Islamic reformist movement. It was a complete Islamic reformist movement. That was Aligarh movement, and Dayanand Saraswati Arya Samaj, it was a revivalist movement. So it was a revivalist movement in nature. So correct answer will be, guys, option B, that is Swami Vivekanand. And the book that was written by, that is also called Mool Shankar. Mool Shankar was the real name. So Mool Shankar, that is Mool Shankar was the real name of Swami Dayanand Saraswati. Mool Shankar was real name of Dayanand Saraswati. Of Dayanand Saraswati, and his real name was Narendranath Dutt. So his real name Narendranath Dutt, and the real name of Ramakrishna Paramhans, that was Gadadhar Chattopadhyay. Gadadhar Chattopadhyay, that was the real name of Ramakrishna Paramhans, and the book that was written, that was called Satyarth Prakash. And in 1893 he gave a very famous speech in Chicago, that was in the World Religious Conference. So in the World Religious Conference he gave a very dynamic speech. So correct answer will be, guys, option B, that is Swami Vivekanand, and the real name of Swami Vivekanand was Narendranath Dutt. Mool Shankar was the real name of Swami Dayanand Saraswati, because once you become the saint, your name will be changed. It is a tradition in saintism that once you attained the saintism, once you become a saint, first of all the name of yours will be changed. So the name of Swami Vivekanand, also Dayanand Saraswati, they were all being changed because it is a tradition in sainthood in Hinduism that your name will be changed first of all. Now the next question before you is which of the following statement is not correct about Champaran Satyagrah? So which statement is not correct about Champaran Satyagrah? The first statement is it was connected with the peasants, it was launched against Tinkathia system, Dr. Rajendra Prasad J.B. Kriplani cooperated with Mahatma Gandhi in it, it was the first movement launched by M.K. Gandhi on all India level. So which of the statement that is not correct about Champaran movement? Not correct about Champaran movement, guys. Which of the statement is not correct? Okay, let's see the correct answer. Vijay is saying option D, Chantharu is saying option C. Okay, Kashi is also going with option C. What about others? Okay. See guys, first of all, Champaran Satyagraha. Momita is also going with option C. Guys, Champaran Satyagraha that was started in 1917. And it was being Gandhiji came to Champaran that is in Bihar after the request of Rajkumar Shukla, who was a local peasant leader. And that was against Tinkathia system. So it was against Tinkathia system in which farmers were forced to grow indigo on 3 by 20th part of their land. And it was the first movement launched by Gandhiji at all India level. This is incorrect. So correct answer will be D. It was in Bihar only. Especially in the Champaran, all India level, that was non-cooperation movement. 1920 to 1920. So at all India level, that was non-cooperation movement. And finally, Rajkumar Shukla met Gandhiji in Lucknow session of Indian National Congress. That was in 1916. So it is said that ki how Rajkumar Shukla met Gandhiji. So Rajkumar Shukla met Gandhiji. R.K. Shukla met Gandhiji in 1916 Lucknow session of INC. He met Gandhiji in Lucknow session of Indian National Congress. So correct answer will be guys option D. And after the success of this movement, Gandhiji was given the title of Mahatma. So after success of Champaran movement, Rabindranath Tagore gave him the title of Mahatma. Mahatma means great soul. Mahatma means great soul. So he was given the title of Mahatma, that is called the great soul. Therefore guys, correct answer will be option D. It was not the first movement launched by Mahatma Gandhi at all India level. So it was in Bihar only, it was not in all India level. So all India level, that was the non-cooperation movement. So I hope guys that should be clear to all of you. Is that clear to everyone? What are the important points? And at this point of time, who was the Viceroy of India? So who was the Viceroy guys? Can you give me the name of the Viceroy? Because remembering the name of the Viceroy at any particular time or during the time of any big movement is important. Sometimes they ask the name of the Viceroy during whose time this event occurred. So who was the Viceroy at that point of time? So definitely both people exchanged the title. Mahatma Gandhi gave the title, was given the title of Mahatma, and Rabindranath Tagore got the title of Gurudev. So that is very good, Momita. That is Lord Chelmsford. So that was Chelmsford. (1916 to 1921). 1916 to 1921. That was Chelmsford. So correct answer will be option D. It's a wrong statement, and it was at Bihar only, not at all India level. So correct answer will be option D. Now we will be moving to the next question. Okay, let's see what does L stands in the term LAF commonly used in financial or economic news. So what is the word? What is the term LAF? What is the term LAF stands in economics or financial news? What is the term LAF? So what is the full form of LAF guys that you use in the term of monetary policy? Okay, let's see the correct answer. Liquidity, longevity, liabilities or long. So what will be the correct answer? And everyone is going with option A, that is the liquidity adjustment facility. So it is liquidity adjustment facility, and it is used to correct short term liquidity mismatch. And which are the tools of LAF? So can you tell me the tools of LAF? Can you tell me the tools of LAF? What are the important tools of LAF? What is the important tool of LAF? So can you tell me the tools of LAF? Tools of LAFs. So which are the tools of LAF? So LAF operates through which two tools? Which are the tools of LAF, guys? So that is did through the repo rate and reverse repo rate. That is did through the repo rate and reverse repo rate. So repo rate and reverse repo rate, it is a tool of monetary policy. Definitely liquidity means money, and money demand supply, it is did by RBI. So it is tool of monetary policy. That is the tool of monetary policy. So through repo rate and reverse repo rate, the RBI controls the money supply. For example, guys, if there is too much money in the market, what RBI will do? RBI will increase the reverse repo rate. Once the reverse repo rate will be increased, banks will be motivated to park their surplus fund with RBI. So in this way, the money supply is being drained out. And if you will find that there is a lack of money supply in the market, what RBI will do? RBI will reduce the repo rate. Once the RBI will reduce the repo rate, bank will start taking the loan from the RBI so that they can put the money in the market to earn interest. So through this way, liquidity is adjusted. So to increase or decrease the supply of money in market for the short term period, this thing is being done. So correct answer will be option. Monetary policy is wrong answer. No. Monetary policy is the right answer. What I have written, liquidity means money. That what you have to do through the LAF, you have to regulate the demand and supply. And who regulates the demand and supply in the market? That is did by RBI. So finally, RBI will let the market to get regulated. So it is a tool of monetary policy. Definitely, Vijay, if it is RBI, then what type of policy RBI frames? That is the monetary policy. So already I have written RBI on the top. So you can well understand that this is the policy which is being framed by RBI. And it is a tool of monetary policy because liquidity means money. Demand and supply of money, it is being did by whom? It is being did by RBI. Very simple. Clear all of you? Shall I move to the next question? Is that clear to all of you, my dear learners? Shall I move to the next question? Okay, so let's move to the next question. Okay, see. Which variant of inflation, if supply falls drastically and demands remains the same level? So, if the supply falls drastically and demands remains the same, what type of inflation it is? Galloping inflation, creeping inflation, bottleneck inflation or hyperinflation? What type of inflation when the demand remains the same but supply falls drastically? What type of inflation comes once the demand remains the same and the supply falls drastically? What type of inflation comes? Okay, let's see the correct answer. So Kashi is saying option C, Chantharu, Vijay, everyone is going with option C. And yes guys, correct answer will be also option C, that is bottleneck inflation. Galloping inflation is jumping inflation. Creeping inflation is inflation in infant stage, and hyperinflation when supply of money exceeds the demand of money. Then it is called hyperinflation. Bottleneck inflation. Quality are different levels. So definitely you will find different types of the quality of the question, because what I will do ki once you will appear in the examination, you should not feel ki okay, this type of quality question we have not did. So I will give you easy question, tough question, hard question, but all those standard ones. Now, if I talk about bottleneck inflation generally happens during the time of election. So generally happens during the time of election. Now what happens ki during the time of election, vehicles are seized. Vehicles are seized. So the supply fell and the number of passengers that remains the same, remains almost same. So supply falls drastically where the number of passengers remains the same. Stagflation is stagnation plus inflation. Stagflation. Stagnation plus inflation. Slow economic growth with high rate of unemployment. Slow economic growth plus high rate of unemployment. Slow economic growth with high rate of unemployment. Using public vehicles are generally seized guys. Public vehicles are seized during the election process or during the election time, that you must have seen in your places as well. Now what happens at that point of time, the number of vehicles decreased and the number of commuters, they almost remains the same. So that is the condition of what? It is the condition of bottleneck, कि supply falls drastically where the demand remains the same. So that is called bottleneck inflation. Is that clear to everyone guys? This type of things happens for a short term period. This type of things happens for a short term period, not for a very long term period. It persists, but for the short term period. Is that clear to all of you, my dear learners? Is that clear to all of you, dear learners? Shall I move to the next question? Okay. So let's come to the next question. Let's come to the next question. Next question is कि the word budget is taken from which country? So the word budget is adopted from the word of which country? Is it UK, Germany, India, France? So the word budget is adopted from which country? Okay, the word budget is adopted from which country? Let's see the correct answer. Vijay is saying option D, that is from the France. Okay, then Jivitha is also saying, Kashi is saying India. So it is not an Indian word guys. The word budget, it is derived from French word budget. Budget, that means leather bag. That means leather bag. So it is derived from the French word budget. That means the leather bag. And now budget it is being Indianized. And the new name is given, that is Bahi Khata. Now it is being Indianized and the name that is given, that is Bahi Khata. Bahi Khata, that is the ledger document. So that is the word France, and Bahi Khata word for that is derived from the India, and that is being mentioned in the article 112, that is annual financial statement of union, that is called union budget. That is called union budget, that is defined in article 112. And fiscal word, no, fiscal word is not taken from France. Budget word, that is demand for grant, article 113, that is demand for grant. So guys, this was the last question, because after this session your biology session will be starting, your science, that is the biology session will going to start. Rest of the question that we will do in the next session, that will be on tomorrow. Rest of the question that we will do in the next session, that will be on tomorrow, because now the Ravi sir is about to start your session of science, and therefore you don't have to go anywhere. So stay tuned with us. Now after this session, after my session, Ravi sir will be coming to take your science session. So that was all for the day from my side, guys. Let's meet again sharp at 11 a.m. tomorrow, and there I will discuss rest of the question and will come to the new one. So that's all for the day, guys. Bye bye everyone. Do take very good care of yourself.